Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy the Aquatic Charizard and I'm here to, as the title says, explain the rules of a Pokemon Fossilocke. Firstly, yes, the Fossilocke is a Nuzlocke variant of my own creation. I came up with the idea while watching Jurassic Park, if you can believe it. A Fossilocke is a simple Nuzlocke with just a couple of additional rules. Rules of the Fossilocke are pretty simple. First, the game must be randomized. This is to make the challenge much more fun and much more challenging. 2. Every Pokemon captured must be given a nickname in order to ensure emotional bonds between the trainer, you, and your Pokemon. 3. When a Pokemon faints, it is considered dead and must be either released or put into a dead box. It is highly recommended that you don't release Pokemon in the Fossilocke, just put them in a dead box. It's pretty simple. 4. The Fossilocke doesn't officially start until Pokeballs are accessible to the trainer. Now this is where my own rules come into effect. Number 5. You can only capture fossil Pokemon, ancient Pokemon, and Pokemon that fit into the ancient world in this challenge. Originally, it was supposed to be just fossil Pokemon, but because there's such a little amount you will be able to capture ancient Pokemon as well. Examples of fossil Pokemon are Kabutops and Cranidos. Examples of ancient Pokemon are Unknown, Relicanth, and Claydol. And examples of Pokemon that I think fit into the ancient world are Mamoswine, Geodude, Charmander, and Carnivine. These are just ancient looking or ancient-esque Pokemon. So you can capture all of these Pokemon in a Fossilocke. It is not limited to just fossil Pokemon. Because if you just use fossil Pokemon, you will have a monotype team of just rock. But if you use these ancient Pokemon and ancient-esque Pokemon, you're going to have a pretty good team. And Pokemon that I think fit into the ancient world are sometimes legendaries. So you can capture Mew, Regigigas, and even Rayquaza if you really wanted to play with those rules. 6. You can only capture one Pokemon in each new area. Since it is very unlikely that the first Pokemon you encounter will be a Pokemon that you're allowed to capture, you are allowed to run around until you find a Pokemon you are allowed to capture. This counts as your encounter and you can only have one chance to capture it. If it dies or flees, you can no longer capture a Pokemon in that area. 7. The final rule is that since this challenge revolves around fossils, you are allowed to revive or bring back a Pokemon from the dead. A fainted Pokemon in your party or a dead Pokemon in a dead box can be brought back by using revival tokens. You gain a revival token for every 2 gym leaders you beat, so you have a total of getting 4 revival tokens in a normal Pokemon game. If you're playing like on Sun and Moon, if you're playing a Fossilocke, I guess every 2 Kahunas you beat, you can get a revival token. Once you use a token, you can no longer use that same token again. So if you have 2 of them and you use one of them, you only have 1 left. Simple as that. And that's it guys, now you know how to play the Pokemon Fossilocke. But not to worry if you're still having trouble understanding, because I like to talk very fast, you might not have understood. You can always watch my upcoming playthrough. I will be doing a Pokemon Fossilocke in Pokemon Diamond. So here is a sneak peek.